It was a marvelous series. I remember I got the script for the 2-hour pilot, and I read it, and I laughed through the script. I said, "This is a wonderful script." You know, the original producer wrote it. He was a writer, and
what year would this have been?
About 86, 7,
Mid-80s.
somewhere in there. Yeah.
Okay.
So Glenn Caron, the producer and writer of Moonlighting, the original series and the 2-hour pilot episode, had written this absolutely wonderful, funny, clever script, which I really adored. And by the way, anybody can see the original 2-hour movie. It's available all over the place. But he had based it on a film called His Girl Friday with Rosalind Russell and Cary Grant. It's a marvelous film. You know, these two people care about each other, but they're at each other's throats constantly, and they're in great competition with one another. And that to him was the model for Moonlighting. And it was an amazing bit of history, so to speak. It was wonderful, but I was worried that it might be a very sophisticated, but I said, this will be a lot of fun. I went in to see him, and he said, Sybil Shepherd's going to play the woman. He said, we don't have our male star yet, but we start shooting in a week. And I was like, what? Anyway, he said, look, I've got a good budget from ABC. I want you to write 5 themes, your impression of the script, and I'll pay for a recording session, 35 men, bring me the 5 themes. So I went home and wrote 5 themes. And I had 4 that I had written. And the night before the session, I said, I still need a 5th one, but I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't know. I was going crazy. Now I'm sitting at the piano. It's like midnight. It's like 1 a.m. I don't have this theme. I don't have this theme. And I've got to orchestrate to do the whole thing. I suddenly remembered that he said he loved Al Jarreau. So I suddenly sat down at the piano and said, I'm going to write an Al Jarreau kind of tune. And that was Moonlighting. So I wrote these, that was the 5th theme. So I did a quick orchestration. We went to Western Studios at night. The next night, we recorded all 5 themes. I sent him a cassette. And the Moonlighting one that became famous was the 3rd cut in the cassette. And he said, I like the themes, but I especially like the 3rd one. He said, let's use that one. And that was it. Then he came to me and he said, I want to turn it into a song. He said, I know these 2 kids in New York who write lyrics. I said, hold on. I said, you said Al Jarreau is your favorite singer? He said, I love Al Jarreau. He said, what if I got him to write the lyrics and sing the song? He said, oh, we'll never get him. I said, just bear with me, you know? Meanwhile, they found Bruce Willis. They found this was a guy who was a bartender who came off the street and auditioned for them. And he saw something in him. And he said, I'm casting this guy. ABC, I thought they were going to take him to the chopping block. They were going to say, are you kidding? You're hiring a guy off the street to play a lead? The rest, as they say, is history, because they read the scene together, him and Sybil Shepherd. He saw the spark of chemistry. That was it. So, meanwhile, I'm chasing Al Jarreau for 3 months. The series was supposed to premiere, I think, in March or maybe April, I think, and coming towards the end of the season. And Al Jarreau was very typical of the record business. He was a sweet man, wonderfully talented man. Oh, I'm going to tour to Brazil. I don't have time to think about it right now. Oh, I'm singing. I'm going to, I have to be in Europe next. I said, Al, listen to the tape. Listen to the tape and write a lyric. Listen to the tape, write a lyric. Yeah, I'll get to it. A week before the show was to air. By then, the producer was strangling himself. I said, hang in there with me. It's the record business. It's a different world from the TV business. Guess what? Al came in with a lyric. I thought the lyric was wonderful. He came over to the house. We ran it through. I hired a rhythm section, another 5 more miraculous musicians who walked in a studio on a Wednesday night. We cut a track. We put Al's voice on it. We got it to the producer. It aired the following Tuesday night. There was the song. And we knew we had something. The song I thought, worked great with the show. The producer loved it. I went to Warner Brothers and I said, when the show became a hit the following fall, I said, there's 40 million people in America watching this show. Let's get a record out. Oh, no, we don't do records of TV shows. So it took 2 years to finally get that to happen. But when it came out, it did very well, And it's kind of a classic since then. But I was very lucky with that, I swear. But I got to tell you, that was like living on the edge of a cliff. trying to get Al into the studio to record. But we did it. We did it.
But how much of it is really luck? When you said to him, look, that's the record business, just, it'll be okay. You were bringing all of your experience from the record business, the film business, composing, etc. Plus, you knew that you had the trust of Al Jarreau.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really luck. It's basically using everything that you had accumulated for that moment in time.
Yeah. I mean, it could have not worked. Al could have gone off to some place but I think the fact that we actually got him to sing that song was perfect for that show. And that match of him and his lyric and my song, my tune, I think it really worked, the ambience, and it became the signature of that show. It was a wonderful moment. Yeah. If you go back to the 2-hour pilot, the whole last 3 minutes of the pilot is that song, and the full length of the song. It's great. But that was a very nice thing that happened. It really was.